Hi, I'm Dr. Emeka, owner and medical director of Vessel Longevity and IV Bar in Cedar Park. We are an anti-aging and regenerative medicine clinic focused on helping people achieve their optimal outcome in terms of health and wellness. I wanted to take a minute just to talk about hormones and how important hormone optimization is for optimal health. Hormones are molecules that circulate through our body that basically provide the foundational basis of our physiology as well as our physical, mental, and emotional well-being. They regulate varied processes such as regulating blood sugar, our blood pressure, our response to stress in terms of fight or flight, regulates digestion, growth, reproduction, and a whole lot of other factors. I wanted to talk a little bit about some misconceptions out there about hormone replacement therapy that I hear from prospective clients, and I just wanted to go ahead and dispel those rumors because they're pretty pervasive. The first rumor or misconception out there about hormones is that hormones are only for old people or for women in or approaching menopause. This is simply not true. Hormones are important through all phases of our life, and especially in our early 30s, as we progress, a lot of our hormone levels drop, which is why people will start to feel a difference in mood or energy, anxiety, depression. A lot of this is hormone related, even though people don't necessarily attribute these symptoms to hormones. Hormones are really important, particularly in women, in regulating bone density, muscle mass, cognitive function, mood, energy, and sexual function. So to dispel rumor number one that hormones are only important for old people or people approaching menopause, simply not true. This is something that people need to start paying attention to when they're in their early to mid 30s and later on in life. Misconception number two is that testosterone in particular is only for men and doesn't play a role in women. Absolutely false. The reality is that women's ovaries produce 3 to 4 times more testosterone than estrogen every single day up until menopause. Testosterone is crucial for women as well as men and plays an important role. Again, starting in the late 20s to early 30s, women's testosterone production starts to drop off, and they can feel that in terms of changes in mood, energy, brain fog, so cognitive function starts to go off, sex drive might decrease. So testosterone is extremely important to women from the early 30s on. So rumor number two that testosterone is only for men and not for women, also not true. Rumor number three is that hormone replacement therapy will increase the risk of certain bad outcomes like strokes or blood clots. Also, this is patently false. A lot of this came from the Women's Health Initiative, which was a study that was performed in the 90s looking at health outcomes for women. And that study showed that there was an increased risk of strokes and blood clots and other poor outcomes in women. The problem was that study used synthetic progestin, and the estrogen that they were using during that time was made from horse urine, so it was not bioidentical. Bioidentical means that the estrogen and the testosterone have the same molecular makeup as the estrogen and testosterone that our bodies produce. So the results of that study indicated a higher risk of strokes, heart attacks, blood clots, certain kinds of cancer. When you use bioidentical hormones, these risks are gone, absolutely gone. So not only does bioidentical hormone replacement not increase the risks of bad outcomes, it actually is found to decrease the risks of heart attacks, strokes. It decreases the risk of dementia. For breast cancer survivors, it decreases the risk of recurrent breast cancer. It also decreases the risk of death from breast cancer, and it also decreases the risk of death from all causes. So having optimal hormone balance is actually protective over the long term for all people. So this is just a little bit of the highlights of the benefits of hormone replacement. And there will be a video link to a YouTube seminar describing in detail more the benefits of hormone replacement.